Hi everyone, it's Rachel, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a kawaii cat sitting on a stack of books, or as I've decided to call it, a kawaii bookworm cat using polymer clay. So let's get started. So to begin, I'm going to be showing you how to create the books that the cat is going to be sitting on. I like to begin with some vanilla coloured clay for the inside pages of the book. That way they kind of look a little bit more old and vintage rather than using a bright white polymer clay. I took 4 popsicle sticks and I stacked 2 on each side of my work surface, and then I placed my clay in between these so that I could roll it down. And the reason that I decided to use the popsicle sticks was to create an even thickness. We then need to cut this sheet of clay into a rectangle, and you can use your blade to do this. You then want to go ahead and take the colour that you want the outside or the cover of your book to be. So here I'm creating the dark blue book and I'm just using this navy polymer clay, and I'm rolling it down on my work surface to create a long, thin sheet. I then placed the pages of the book onto this sheet of clay and I cut it to size using my blade, and then I just wrapped this around the clay and fixed up any imperfections using my fingers. To create the detailing and the pages of the book, I just took my needle tool and I gently scraped the vanilla coloured clay on all the areas that it was visible. You can then make an indent down the side of your book to show where the spine is going to be, and then you can go ahead and make a few more books to add to your stack. You can see that I've also created like a burgundy one and a green book as well. Then it's just a matter of simply stacking these on top of each other in your preferred order of colour. Next, we're going to be moving on to making the cat. So mine is going to be a white cat, but you can do any colour that you would like. So you want to start off by rolling a piece of clay into a ball for the head. Then we're going to be creating the ears. So to make the ears on my cats, I like to pinch a small piece of clay and create a diamond. And then I usually add a small pink diamond on top. Once you've done that, you can cut it in half and you should end up with 2 even-sized triangles, which you can then position onto the head and blend them down to make them nice and secure. Moving on to the face, I firstly created 2 indents where I wanted the eyes to go, and then I added in 2 balls of black polymer clay. To create the mouth, I positioned on 2 small U-shapes of black clay between the eyes, and then I also placed 2 small pieces on either side of the face for the whiskers. To finish off the face, I also added a small piece of clay for the nose. Next, it's time to create the body for the cat. So take some more of your cat's body colour, so for me I'm using white, and you want to shape your clay kind of like into a slanted cone, I guess is the best way to describe it. You'll then want to trim off the top part so that you have a flat surface to work with, and then you can connect the head onto the body. I also blended my clay together to make it nice and secure, because the last thing you want is your cat's head falling off. Now we're moving on to making the legs. So I'm beginning by making the front paws. I took 2 balls of white polymer clay and I shaped each of these into a teardrop, and then I flattened the base on my work surface. I then trimmed off the back of the legs so that I could easily attach it onto the body, and then I also created some little indents right down the bottom for the little toes. To make each of the back legs, you also want to start with 2 balls of white clay and shape one of these into a flat teardrop shape this time to form the top of the leg. And then the other little piece of clay is going to be the foot, and it's going to be positioned underneath this. And you can also add some little indents for the toes as well. Once you finish creating the back legs, you can then position these on either side of the body to make it look like the cat is in a sitting position. Finally, to finish off our cat, roll a ball of clay into a teardrop shape, and then you can attach it to the back of the body to create the tail. Now you can add your cat on top of your book stack, and if you would like, you can add some liquid clay first for extra security, but I decided just to place mine on top. And then it's time to bake our creation in the oven according to your package's instructions. So while my clay was baking in the oven, I thought it was a good time to go ahead and create the little glasses to add some extra detail to the piece. To make mine, I'm going to be using this really thin gold wire, and it was really hard to show me making it on camera because it was very fiddly, but pretty much I just wrapped it around my round pliers to get the shape that I wanted, and I trimmed off the excess pieces using my wire cutters. You of course also want to make sure that the glasses fit onto your cat's head, so the size is a very important factor when you make these. Once my creation was out of the oven and completely cooled down, I then took some gold metallic acrylic paint and I just poured some of this onto a sheet of baking paper so that I can easily work with it. Then I went ahead and took a dotting tool and I added the paint to the corners of my books to make them look like they had a little metal edge, and this also kind of adds to that vintage look, I guess. Lastly, it was time to attach on the glasses that I previously made. So I applied on some small dabs of UV resin where the glasses would be sitting, and then I just positioned these on and cured my resin using my UV light. So here's what the finished creation looks like. I think it definitely turned out to be one of my favorite kind of cat designs that I've made. I just really like the overall look and the colors of it. Plus the little glasses turned out super cute, and I think they add a very nice touch to the Bookworm cat. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel for lots more crafty videos, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.